Secondly, I'm going to go ahead and take a look at the Akashic records for this, pertaining to what would happen to the government if ET disclosure took place here very shortly. There'd be people just running. You would just basically have a lot of these government, quote unquote, leaders tucking the tail between their legs and running. They would flee. Okay, you'd be looking at people just running away, and we would just see, like I said, a complete and total government shutdown, a complete and total government implosion, and the opportunity to now try and overhaul what the government was truly meant to do, was to be public servants. So you basically would have the rats and the cockroaches scurrying off, right? Because they would not know what to do with this major hit of ET disclosure. That yes, there's other civilizations. Yes, we've connected with them. Yes, we've been able to get their technology. And so why hasn't this been put to use? We're talking about free energy technology here. We're talking about systems that could feed people. We could talk about the idea of being able to shelter everybody. We could look into advanced technologies where every single person on the planet would have home, would have a home, would have food, would have clothing, would have education, would have energy, would have everything at our disposal. What's happening here? Why hasn't this been done, right? So it's a major outrage. It's a major and total destruction of the internality of the government itself. But again, that would be like a nightmare situation for the government. And like I said, they would just be the rats and the cockroaches surrounding government would be scurrying away and would never want to even see the light of day again. And they're probably going to be hunted down because we have counterforces that are working together to basically, this may be again the ultimate checkmate move, is being able to bring about extraterrestrial disclosure so that all of these particular types of gangsters and mafia members and cabal leaders and so forth are now basically rounded up. Because once ET disclosure comes out, they're done. They're finished. You cannot recover. You cannot bounce back and say, it's got to be a way we can bounce back. I'm like, no. Once that's discovered, that's Pandora's box. That's Pandora's box with the lid completely lifted open. You cannot bounce back from that. It doesn't matter how much psychology you try to bring in and say, well, it's not that big of a deal that ETs are here. I'm like, yeah, it's a big deal, right? It's like they try to peddle things to try and implement it into their plans. I don't see how you could do that with this. So this would lead to complete and total destruction of the governments of the world as we know them to be. It would be a complete and total implosion. It would be like a downfall, a free fall, like watching a building just get completely demolitioned. It would be finished. There'd be nothing left of them after that.